Hi, I am Rishikesh Kalani. Today I will discuss about uh, how to use a state in React. States. Uh, First of all, introduction. A state allows use to manage a changing data in an application. It's defined as an object where we define key value pairs specifying various data we want to track in application. In React, all the code right is defined inside a component. There are mainly two ways to creating component in React: class base and functional base. Functional component and base component. You- Okay, let's go. How to use state in React hooks. Starting in React introduce hooks and they completely change the way write code in React. Using React hooks, we can use state and lifecycle method inside functional component. So now there is very little to no difference between class-based component and function component. Both of them can have state and lifecycle method. But hooks are now preferred for writing React component because they make the code shorter and easier understand. You will be rarely find React components written using class component nowadays. They to declare state using React hooks, we need to use the useState hook. The useState hook accept the parameters which is initial value of the state. In class-based component, state is always an object, but which using useState you can provide value of initial value like a number, string, boolean, object, array, and so on. The useState hooks return an array whose first value is current value of the state. The second value is function we will be used to update the state. Similarly, set state method. So first of all, I will be example of class-based component which is use state will be converted into functional component using hook. So for first of all, I will be import React and then import React React DOM. I will be creating class component app which extends React component. Creating state, it is syntax. Okay, counter. I will be creating counter application. Counter is 0 instead. I will be creating one handle click function which handle on CLI one click callback function bracket. This is I will use of this dot set state and here we state arrow function previous state and bracket and I'll be creating counter plus one, the previous to counter previous value, previous state dot counter plus one, and in my render method I'm calling render and will return the output RET div tag div tag to one paragraph p. First of all it will be in counter value is to be declare a state in this dot state dot counter, so counter I will be creating one button on click DC dot handle on J1 on click to be incremented. Counter is increment value, increment increment. Let's go. It's exported. I'll be using React DOM render React dot render in app document dot get element IT with root if I save it and its value will be incremented, so state will be updated in increment the value. So in function based class based component I will be created one handle on click, and this dot state, it is a syntax of state in class based component. Previous state I will created one counter. Counter is state in counter in 0, and then on handle on click previous state will be is count, and then counter previous state counter plus 1, and that will be re-render in class base. So return In return function, I will be created one paragraph. This is it shows the value will be incremented value, and then one button in handle on click will be created increment. This dot increment instead it incremented. So that's it in class based component. So I will be creating one in function base is using a hooks. New state in first of all import IMP new state import react DOM react DOM to one cost one app one function cost react cost one counter and set counter counter and user state so zero value will be zero. I will be creating one counter, the counter and set counter. It will be a name in use state naming. Okay, then I will return the function div div and same. I will be creating first of all one button in button created one on click function see well on click function we in this also we created one callback function set counter plus 1 we increment 1 increment okay and one